Annyeonghaseyo, all my beautiful people. Welcome to the alternate point of view. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I know you can watch your true crime and trial recaps and tragedies anywhere, and you tune in to my channel. My name is Tracy Lee, and thank you so much to my alternate jurors that choose to tune in to this channel. Thank you for following, liking, sharing, and commenting. I greatly appreciate it. I also have a podcast called jang that automatically downloads to my YouTube channel. I try to delete those before they get posted on here, but occasionally one or two gets on here. And I happen to have one that's been getting a lot of listens on this channel. And I just want you to know, for those of you that don't know what jang means, jang in Korean means ridiculous topics. And I use that title because for the most part, my topics are ridiculous, and it is a play on words because they are ridiculous. Some of them are ridiculous topics, however, they are true. So I am having a little back and forth with someone because they're taking my ridiculous topic, my reaction to a X post, rather seriously, which is kind of hilarious because that kind of is the point of my podcast. But anyway, let's get started with day 9 of the Hannah Guterriez Rust trial recap. So today the defense started their case, and I have to say, this is just solidifying my thoughts on the entire Hannah Guterriez scapegoat, bus run over, back the bus up, run over Hannah Guterriez again. Because they had OSHA experts on the stand. I have dealt with OSHA for many years when I worked in loss prevention, just due to the fact that OSHA is safety over basically every safety in the workplace situation. There are guidelines, federal and state, that you have to follow whenever an issue happens, especially an accident or a death in a workplace situation. And OSHA did have to step in and kind of see what happened in this workplace environment, because a movie set is a workplace setting. And they did check to see what the safety guidelines were on this movie set. And they did discover that there basically were no safety guidelines. And they also discovered that who was held responsible for this mishap, accidental shooting, was the management of the Rust Productions. And that would be, they felt, were David Halls and Sarah, the prop master, and Miss Pickles, who was in charge of the finances, and all the producers of Rust. And Rust Productions ended up settling for $100,000, which is a significant amount of money for a state OSHA to, basically charge them with. Granted, this was not a criminal investigation by OSHA. This is a safety investigation. And they did find that there weren't enough safety measures in place. They did also find that Hannah Guterriez did ask for additional training, some additional time to have access to additional safety guidelines, safety measures, because I do believe apparently Hannah knew she was in over her head. Also, apparently, as you could see, Sarah wanted to fire Hannah. The prop people wanted to fire Hannah. Seth wanted to fire Hannah. The PDQ prop company wanted to fire Hannah. So there was a lot of wanting to fire Hannah. No one wanted to give her enough tools in her tool belt to kind of help guide her along. They just wanted to fire her, but then no one wanted to fire her because she was cheap labor, and they had her doing several jobs. So it was really just kind of, we are on a low budget film, so we have this armorer. She's doing multiple jobs. She's kind of sucking at it, but we got to get this film made, so we'll just keep cutting these corners. So at the end of the day, all of the people I just before mentioned took deals, okay? They are not being charged with anything. Only Hannah is being charged. Alec Baldwin will have his day in court in July. So at the end of the day, I hope that Alec Baldwin gets his, because he really deserves more than anyone. Actually, I take that back. Alec Baldwin, David Halls, Sarah and Miss Pickles, and Seth from PDQ Props, and all the other producers deserve their piece, because it is not fair that Hannah Gutierrez Reed is taking all of the blame for this when there are a lot of other players in this game. So they had some other experts. They had a handgun expert. He brought a prop gun. He brought a replica gun. I also watched a video this morning where someone showed an actual Colt 45 Western style gun and how this single action revolver actually works, and how Alec Baldwin couldn't have possibly had this mishap, or it couldn't have happened the way Alec Baldwin said it happened. He actually had to have pulled the hammer back, and you have to watch this video. It's very, very interesting. I'll have to find the video and put the link below in my description to show you, so you can find the video and watch it. It's very, very interesting the way this guy showed in a closed range environment how this actually happened, and that it's not possible that there was a misfiring or an accident or anything of the sort, because that's not how it happened. It's just not. So Alec Baldwin is clearly at fault. He mishandled the weapon. There were no safety measures whatsoever of any kind. And I believe they are literally taking Hannah Gutierrez and running her over. And I see the panic in the prosecution today with all their objections and all their sidebars and all the everything, because they can see that they are in trouble, that they're not able to pin all of this on Hannah. And the side deals they made with the other people on the set and the crew aren't going to fly, because they can't blame everything on this 24-year-old girl who had literally had no experience. Okay. So I feel like this is just a railroading job, a scapegoating job. I think Alec Baldwin has enough money to get himself out of the situation. Clearly, David Halls has enough money. He got himself out of the situation. I don't know how Sarah got herself out of it, but people were on their side, clearly. But I think the defense is doing a pretty good job, even though they have that weird club girl attorney that they never allow out from behind the desk unless she's just not there at all. But I'm interested to see. Tomorrow, the defense is going to finish their case and closing arguments start. So I think there may be a verdict by Friday. So you guys let me know what you think, the trial, how it's going, what your thoughts are. What do you think as an alternate juror so far? What you feel like the case is looking like? Do you think the prosecution is proving beyond a reasonable doubt that Hannah is fully to blame here? Do you think that Hannah is going to be found guilty of manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter? Or do you think that she is going to be found not guilty? What are your thoughts? Like, seriously, do you think it's fair that everyone else is like getting off with nothing, and Hannah's being held accountable for everything? Because it seems to me, according to Seth from PDQ Props, Sarah is the one who picked up all the ammunition and the guns, and Sarah handed them over to Hannah. So it seems to me that, yes, Hannah was the armorer, but I don't know, because there's a lot of video and pictures of Sarah doing a lot of handling of the weapons and handling of the weapons as props, basically, because she was the prop master to a lot of the actors and whatnot. And I just feel like there's a lot of just passing the buck. Okay. A lot of it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't know, so I'm just kind of curious as to what you guys think, what your thoughts are about this trial, because it seems like a hot mess. Like the prosecution really wasn't prepared. They're asking a lot of good questions. They have a lot of witnesses. But are they proving the case beyond a reasonable doubt? I don't know. I am interested to see how Alec Baldwin's going to look. I do feel like the defense is making good points, and they are bringing up a lot of good points about the production company and Alec Baldwin. And I feel like, I just think it's not fair that these other people are getting to go on with their lives, and they're going to have these still continuing to have their careers in Hollywood, which again is my point of why I left Hollywood and the industry overall, because I just think it's garbage. It's a dumpster fire, and it's just devil's work. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think. I look forward to hearing your comments and more. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, tell your friends. Let me know what other topics you want to learn and talk about. And I am going to be doing a special episode this weekend about, I'm moving this weekend. But I am going to try and fit in a really special episode about a tragedy in South Korea. That is a story that has fascinated me. I did it on my last channel, but I have to redo it again. So I hope you guys will tune in and check that out. And I'll be in my new place. Woo! Yay. Okay. Kamsahamnida. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I will see you next time.